Hello, fifth graders. We are looking at multiplying fractions and whole numbers today, and this is lesson 86. So we're going to take a look at some ideas of what's going on here. All right, usually when we multiply a fraction by a whole number, we think the whole number divided by the denominator, and then we multiply by the numerator. So if we look at what we have on the board right here, we have 18, 2/3 of 18. So we take the 18, we divide it by 3 because that's our denominator, and we get 6, and then we multiply that 6 times the 2, which is our numerator, and that equals 12. And that is good and fine when the whole number and the denominator have a situation where there are no remainders. So 18 divided by 3, that works nice. If the number was 7, 2/7, 18 divided by 7 would not be a nice number to work with. So we have a situation of what we do, and that looks like this. So we can write a whole number as that number over 1. So if I had the number 4, hold on here. If I had the number 4, I could write it 4 over 1. If I had the number 8, I could write the number 8 over 1. And if I had the number 7, I could write it 7 over 1. Here I have 1, 2, 3, so I have 3, and I write it over 1. That's the same, because what we have here is I have 3 of them, and they have there's one piece to a whole. Remember, if you have something like 2/3, we would have this divided into 3 sections. Okay, so that's why we call it, like, if it, then this shaded in, we have 2/3 right there. But in this situation, we're looking at 3 complete pizzas, pies, cookies, whatever you want to call them, whatever you want them to be. And in doing so, we are saying that there's a whole. It's complete. It's whole, and that's why the number 1 is on the bottom there. It's a complete 1, so it's whole. Let me just erase what I did on the board there a second. Where's our eraser? Huh. I lost my eraser. Oh, there it is. Okay. Erase. 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 Okay, back to normal. Back to where we want to be. So we have the 3 whole pies, and there's 1 piece in each, so that's 3 over 1, and that's the same as 3. And remember, this is division too, so we're really saying 3 divided by 1 equals 3. It's the same thing as this up here. Okay, so on our next page here, if we have 1/5 times 3, that's the same as 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5, which equals 3/5. And that's exactly the same as saying 1/5 times 3 over 1, because 3 over 1 is still 3. So what we want to do here then is 1 times 3 is 3. 5 times 1 is 5, and we get 3/5. And that's exactly what we had here. And we could do that for a small number, 1/5 times 3, and we could do 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. But when we have like 1/5 of 95 or 100, you don't want to be right now 1/5, 1/5, 95 times. So we can do it 1/5 times 3 over 1, because that's the same as 3. What is 3/4 of 5? Well, we have our number 3/4. Of means multiply, so put times, and then 5, but we want to make it into a fraction. So we have 5 over 1, which is the same as 5. So now I can multiply. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 1 is 4. So I have 15/4. And then I would want to change that. Say, how many 4s can I get out of 15? Well, I know I have 3 whole ones, because that's 12. And then I have 3 pieces left over, So I have 3 3/4 as my answer, right? And we can check that. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus the remainder would give me 15. We can think of it also, we can check it by going 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4. My 4 stays the same at the bottom. And then I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I get 15/4, and that's what we got when we multiplied. Okay, and then you can change it to that mixed number by figuring out how many 4s can I get out of that 15. And that you can do as a division problem, right? Like we've done before. We take 15, divide it by 4. I have 3, 12, subtract, and you have 3 remainder, so that's your numerator. And then the 4 is at the door, so you have 4 at the bottom. So 3 3/4. That's how I got that, but I did that mentally. So you can do it like this if you want to figure out what your mixed number should be. All right, I want to go back to full screen now. Okay, so what is 2/3 of 2? 2/3 of 2. So I have 2/3 of 2. That's what I'm saying it is, right? So what I want to do is I want to take that and I put that over 1. And then I do 2 times 2 is 4. And then you have 3 times 1 is 3. Now I want to make that into a mixed number. Mentally, I know I have one group of 3 there. One group of 3 with one piece left over. And that's going to give me 1 1/3. I can also do it 4 divided by 3. Remember the top number numerators inside the house. The divisor's knocking at the door. So then you have, or the denominator's knocking at the door, which is also your divisor. 4 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Sister subtract. You have 1 left over, so you have 1 1/3. So you can get it that way. Or if you know how to do that mentally, you can just do it mentally. But that new concept being when we have a whole number, we make it into a fraction by putting it over 1. Okay? Hopefully things are going well. And blessings on your day. And on your math assignment, you do have a fraction worksheet like this. It's not going to be out of your book like we have sometimes. So hopefully you got that concept. If not, go back and watch the video again until you get it. All right. Blessings, and I will talk to you tomorrow.